global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. The intensity of movement already going on in the political sphere ahead of 2027 is definitely very palpable and strong. Don't forget that there's been a coalition. Almost all the political parties or top politicians are moving to ADC, forming strong alliances, the likes of PeterObi and the likes. Apparently, there is a stronger move going on behind the pressing of Goodluck Bala Jonathan, but most persons are really not sure. We're going to find out in a moment what exactly is going on. Is Jonathan going to be on the ballot? Let's find out in a moment. But before we do that, please subscribe to our channel. Let's start with what is going on and what is likely going on even in the obedient camp concerning this matter. Now, the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, is pressing ahead with plans to contest the 2027 presidential election despite open opposition from his wife, Patience Jonathan, and growing resistance within the People's Democratic Party, PDP. At an Abuja event sometime in May 2025, where she was honored with the Women Icon Leader of the Year award, the former First Lady publicly opposed her husband's return bid. She said, and I quote her word for word, she said, "The distress of Nigeria is so much that if God manages to bring you out of it, you should glorify him. Why? Why do you want us to go back there? I need peace. My peace is enough." Patience went further, pledging her support for President Bala, Tinubu's administration, and presuming to campaign for his re-election in 2027. Now, despite her stance, it was gathered that Jonathan has intensified consultations, holding discreet meetings with allies outside Nigeria to consolidate his support base within the PDP. A significant focus of these discussions has been how to counter the influence of Liasing, the FCT minister, who recently advised Jonathan not to run, warning that those pushing his candidacy were the same forces that betrayed him in 2015. One insider said, and I quote him, "Wike's opposition cannot be taken lightly, and that is why some of our meetings have been about how to ensure he does not become a stumbling block." Jonathan is reportedly leaning on Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammad to rally PDP structures behind him and block moves that could derail his candidacy. His camp also intervened to dissuade Bayelsa State Governor Diri from defecting to the APC, a move which would have weakened Jonathan's base in the South-South. Sources close to the former president dismissed concerns about Patient Jonathan's disapproval. A source said, and I quote, "That is the least of his problems. Recall that when he was Bayelsa governor and selected to be the running mate to the late President Yaradua, Patient staunchly opposed it. But did her disapproval stop his emergence as vice president? Of course not." Jonathan's team has also sought to silence critics who argue that he is ineligible to contest. Having been sworn in as president twice, they have circulated a court judgment affirming his constitutional right to seek presidency again. Meanwhile, in the same development, in the related development, still on the same matter, the obedient movement and critics alike are beginning to speak up. Let's find out in a moment what is going on. According to what we have here, supporters of former President Goodluck Jonathan ahead of the 2027 presidential election have begun reaching out to opposition heavyweights, including Labour Party PeterObi, in a bid to form a grand coalition strong enough to challenge the All Progressive Congress APC and President Bola Tinubu. Now, with the APC hierarchy already backing Tinubu for re-election and the People's Democratic Party zoning its presidential ticket to the south, the 2027 contest is shaping into an all-southern affair. Party insiders who spoke said that top PDP leaders, particularly from the north, have been mounting pressure on Jonathan to throw his hat into the ring. Before then, some PDP bigwigs, for a few weeks now, a host of PDP top shots, especially from the north, have been pressuring Jonathan to join the race. Now, before that, some PDP bigwigs had also been warning former Anambra State Governor and 2023 presidential candidate bearer of Labour Party, that's Mr. PeterObi, to return to the PDP. Obi left the PDP in 2022 to join LP and clinched the party's presidential ticket. Obi is among a host of opposition politicians supporting a grand coalition to square against APC in 2027. He is also among those backing the African Democratic Congress ADC coalition that has the likes of former River State Governor and immediate past Transport Minister Mr. Rotimi Amechi, former Senate President David Mark, former Osun State Governor Ralph Aregbesola, and former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nissa El-Rufai. Are asked at various times if he would return to the PDP or join the ADC. Obi, who has been stringent in his criticism of Tinubu administration, pointedly said he is for any move that will save the country from the APC. Among southern politicians nursing the ambition of confronting Tinubu are Mr. PeterObi, Mr. Rotimi Amechi, and Oyo State Governor Mr. Seyi Makinde. Now, sources yesterday said that part of his extensive consultations, which is former President Goodluck Jonathan's camp, has started reaching out to key aspirants and has met Obi to step down for Jonathan. Well, there were speculations last night that Jonathan had met Obi in person to discuss the issue, but sources close to their former Anambra State governor said no such meeting had been held. It is true that Jonathan's people want Obi to step down for him, but Jonathan himself is yet to meet Obi. I can assure you that Obi is committed to his cause of rescuing Nigeria, the source said. Wahala deo. Wahala, big one day. Now, PeterObi has been on this campaign trail for over 2 years. Immediately after the election of 2023, he didn't stop. He continued with his philanthropic movement. He continued with his campaign, telling Nigerians that new Nigeria is possible. Even though where there's so much turmoil, he goes visiting. He literally behaves and acts like Mr. President, always showing care, love, empathy, concern, and even literally telling us his itinerary. We can't feel him. Jonathan never made any mention, never said anything about running. Immediately he lost his election. He became quiet. He lost his election in 2015. He went solo. He doesn't talk anything about politics in Nigeria. He became quiet. He was more interested in international, politics. He played more like a godfatherly role. He never made, in fact, in PDP, he didn't even attend in issues or attend things that had to do with PDP. He was more quiet and calm. Then all of a sudden, after so much pressure for him to come in, he is now, they've been pressuring him. In fact, even in PDP, he doesn't attend PDP parties or rallies. You could literally say just a card-carrying member, though card-carrying, but very calm. But apparently, he is in, if what we are hearing is true, that he intends to run, I must say this categorically, he has not shown, physical move to show that he's interested in the race. It will be very unfair to someone like PeterObi, having done so much interest to run, and Jonathan is saying step down. What if that technicality comes in where they said that having sworn into us, he's eligible? He has literally, spoiled the whole ticket. But then again, what do we know? That's so good to wrap it up. Let's meet in that conversation. What's your take? Do have a nice time. God bless you.